What's up, y'all? Welcome to Avery's Apron. My name is Avery, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make these super delicious, sticky, sweet, salty, garlic teriyaki chicken thighs, okay? These are so amazing. These are all of my ingredients, and we are going to get right into the recipe. Alright, this recipe is very simple, so we are going to get right into it. I am starting off with some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, okay? You can use any cut of meat for this, though. You can use bone-in chicken thighs, you can use wings for this, you can use chicken breasts. It's totally up to you, but yes, today I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So, I'm just seasoning them up. I just went in with a drizzle of oil, using a little salt, pepper, and garlic powder. We're just going to give this a stir to make sure everything is evenly coated, okay? This seasonings are super simple for this because all of our flavor is really going to be in that sauce, okay? But yes, I've already cleaned these and everything, and we're just seasoning them up, and then I'm going to set them to the side, and we are going to start putting our sauce together. Alright, now we're moving on to the star of the show, this beautiful garlic teriyaki sauce. Before I start explaining everything, I definitely want to let you know you can check out the description box below to find the full ingredient list, exact measurements, instructions, all that jazzy stuff you need to help you make this recipe, okay? But in my measuring cup here, I've got some soy sauce. I just went in with a little bit of water. I'm going in with a little bit of sesame oil, some ginger paste, brown sugar, lots and lots of fresh minced garlic, some rice vinegar, and we're going to give all this a good whisk. Okay, I also went in with some red pepper flakes because I like things a little bit spicy, okay? If you don't prefer spice, you can definitely leave that out. It is totally fine. But yeah, we're going to whisk this up, and then we're going to add in a bit of cornstarch to thicken it up a little bit. Like I mentioned earlier, we're just going to give all this a good whisk to make sure our sugar is dissolved nicely and that everything is just nice and well combined, okay? Once it is well combined, we're going in with about a teaspoon of cornstarch, and the cornstarch is just going to help it to thicken as it cooks on the stove with the chicken. Now, I will also mention that this sauce makes a really great marinade, okay? So you can pour this over your raw chicken or some raw pork or steak, whatever meat you choose, okay? And marinate it in the fridge for about 2-3 hours or so, and that should do the trick, okay? If you do use it as a marinade, you do not have to add in the cornstarch. Okay, now moving on to searing our chicken. I've got my skillet here over medium-high heat. I drizzled in a little bit of oil, and now we are just going to go ahead and start searing our chicken in batches, okay? I'm doing a few at a time just to make sure that they have room to get nice and golden and crispy, okay? So I seared them for 4 minutes on one side, gave them a flip, and seared them for another 4 minutes on the other side. Then I took them out of the pan, and I continued on with the rest of my batches of chicken. So at this point, my second batch of chicken is nice and brown, so I'm making some room in my pan. I'm going to go ahead and add my other chicken back in, because remember, at this point our chicken is not cooked all the way through, it's just browned, okay? So we are going to go ahead and finish up the cooking process in that wonderful sauce we mixed up. Okay, so I'm just laying all of that chicken back in like I mentioned. I'm going to pour those juices back in and everything. And then I'm going to grab my sauce, give it a good whisk, and pour that over top of the chicken, okay? I'm going to allow this to come to a gentle simmer over medium heat. I know here you see my stove is actually on low, but I ended up turning it back up to medium just to get a good simmer going. But once it started to simmer, I put my lid on my pan and I turned the heat back down to low, and I allowed it to simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes or so. after about 10 minutes, here is how it's looking, okay? As you can see, it's starting to thicken up nicely. It's gotten deeper in color. It's looking really rich and delicious. Yum, okay? So I'm just going in and kind of giving all of the chicken thighs a flip just to make sure that the sauce gets a chance to cook into the other side of the meat as well. And it's just looking great, okay? So I put the lid back on after I flipped them, and I allowed it to simmer for another about 5 to 7 minutes or so, okay? After that, here we are. Yum! So good, you guys. This smelled absolutely delicious. So good, okay? But at this point, your chicken is finished, all right? I'm gonna give mine another little flip just to, you know, get them nice and coated on the other side again. But that is it. You can serve this up however you'd like. I personally prefer to serve this up with a good old plate of steamed white rice, okay? I also went ahead and sauteed up some green beans to go along with them. This is nothing fancy, okay? I just took some frozen green beans, I sliced up a little bit of onion, threw it in the skillet with some oil and some seasonings, and here they are, okay? Nothing fancy at all. But yes, I took one of those chicken thighs, I sliced it up, and I'm just laying it over my rice like so. I'm also going to spoon over some extra sauce because that's why we're here, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm just making it look nice and pretty for you guys. But that is it for today's recipe. I want to thank you so much for watching. As usual, I really appreciate every single one of you. I truly do. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned because my little brother is about to give you guys a taste test. Bye. Quentin's got a bowl, as usual. He's my taste tester. Looks good, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'll get everything in there.
Okay. Come on.
It's not
in anticipation.
It's not sticking.
There we go. Just get the chicken for now. There you go. There you go.
Tastes like the sauce at Panda Express.
Oh.
The teriyaki sauce.
Ooh. So, out of 10, what do you give it?
I give it a 9.
Okay, I'll take a 9. Thanks.